Welcome, dear Jewish brothers and sisters and dear non-Jewish friends. Today I want to discuss a little bit about our concept of the world to come, the Jewish concept of the world to come, because I saw this in one of the videos and I don't think this was elaborated, so I want to elaborate on it a little bit more. As Jews, we must believe in reward and punishment in the world to come. In fact, this is one of the 13 principles of our faith. These 13 principles is something that's absolutely required for every Jew to believe in. And in fact, if a Jew does not believe in one of these 13 principles, there's like big consequences for it. So this is very, very important for a Jew to believe that there is a reward and punishment. Reward for doing God's will and punishment for not doing God's will. Now, what exactly that reward and punishment is in the world to come, this is something we're not, I would say, not really clear about. You know, this is something in the spiritual world and we live in the physical reality, and it's something that we cannot pinpoint and define exactly what it is. However, I would like to explain the way I understand based on the Jewish, on the Jewish teachings. And the way I understand it is like this, that in this physical world, God gave us a gift of time. And the reason I call it a gift is because time allows us to cope with our problems. And I'll explain what I mean. For example, let's say somebody passed away, somebody close, like a close relative, God forbid. The first day this happens is like a real big shock, especially if this was unexpected. Even the first week is a big shock, but as time goes by, the person eventually forgets and eventually accepts the reality, and eventually after like a year or so, he's not as devastated anymore. Why? Because he has time. The time went by, and that's it, and the time allows him to cope. In the world to come, however, there is no time, and therefore whatever the shock is, it can be experienced forever. Same thing with the good things. For example, let's say something good happened. At first it feels like such a great feeling, such a pleasure, but then as time goes by, he gets used to that feeling, he gets used to that good thing, whatever it happened, and eventually that good feeling goes away. In the world to come, however, that good feeling stays pretty much forever. So whatever a person did, the good things that he did in this world, the pleasure of these good things can stay and last for eternity. Same thing with embarrassment. For example, let's say a person got really embarrassed. He did something really bad and it was really embarrassing for him. After time goes by, that embarrassment goes away because he forgets, time goes by. But when the person goes to the world to come and he experiences whatever bad that he did, this embarrassment, this feeling of disgrace stays with him forever, and it's at the same level as if it first happened. And I think this is the way I understand the reward and punishment of the world to come. It's not a physical thing where there's a fire and he gets pain of fire. It's more of like a spiritual thing of sense of shame and sense of pleasure of in the good deeds that a person did. And I think this is the pleasure derived from experiencing godliness. So I hope that answers the question. In my next video I want to talk a little bit about reincarnation, which was also addressed in that question, in that video.